Today we have the MCO Beauty 12 Mini Icons Collector Box. So I was thinking, is this a beauty advent calendar? I don't think it's necessarily officially a beauty advent calendar, but it's an adorable little collection of all things MCO Beauty. Some samples over a $70 value. So we're going to check it out today. If that interests you, stick around and we'll dive right on into unboxing it and giving a little review on it. And welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm Cher. So I did a little shopping trip to Target the other day and I picked up a lot of the beauty advent calendars that were there. There are the regular Target beauty advent calendars, and then they also had advent calendars that were for the Ulta and Target collab. So I've been bringing you guys reviews on there, but they had other fun holiday sets and other collectibles and beauty boxes and whatnot. And this was one of them. So I grabbed it as well because I've been very curious to try it more from MCO Beauty. So if you don't know a lot about them, they are kind of a dupe brand. They basically take all of the really expensive high-end makeup products out there and they dupe them. They do a version that is almost exactly like those products, but for a much lower price. Now, I've done like one or two things from them, but not a lot. And I've been wanting to try more, and I really have wanted to be able to completely compare all of their products to the high-end equivalents and like originals. I do own a lot of the originals, so I really want to bring you guys some comparisons, reviews, and see how close are they to them in quality and whatnot. So be looking for some of those reviews. I will probably be bringing you some future ones on just comparing each one. But for now, we're just going to unbox this and see what's in here and what it's duping. So this has been our chance. Now, this is, like I said, over $70 of retail value. I'm trying to remember what I paid for it. Let's see. Okay, I looked it up and I think I paid $20 for this one too. The same price as like the beauty advent calendars at Target. So I thought, come on, we're gonna do it. Why not? 20 bucks isn't too bad. Now, $70 retail value is not like the craziest savings, but you're still getting a little deal with this and you get to try 12 of their products. So this is kind of my chance to be able to sample it all, really test things out. It says mini icons, so that leads me to think everything's mini. And yes, in looking at the back, it is all minis. So you're not getting any full sizes in here. It's like little mini versions of everything, but that's okay. I knew what I was getting into. And I still think it could still, if somebody loves MCO Beauty, it could still be a great gift idea too. Kind of like a little advent calendar also. It is a little advent calendar. Look at that. Okay, so this is a beauty advent calendar, I think. Check that out. It's not called a beauty advent, but it looks just like it. It feels like it. So if it walks like a duck, it talks like a duck, it is a duck. Is that how the saying goes? I don't know. So I'm going to say this is a beauty advent calendar. Let's start seeing what's inside. Very cute packaging though. I love that. All right, let's start off with box number one. Now, I do love how the shape, it is shaped on the boxes to be able to fit into this grooves of the box. So that's kind of neat. A lot of the advents, they're all like squares and rectangles, but they did specifically shape this to fit. Now, I hope that means I'll be able to reclose it again. And as you open each one up, now, you can pop it open with the little perforation, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm terrible with those little perforated things. I always end up tearing the box up, so I'm just gonna open it from the back to be able to show y'all and not mess it up. And everything's rolled in this little paper. So we have our first item, which is the Extend Lash Mascara in black. It says our fan favorite mascara formula. It's their best-selling, award-winning tubing mascara. Pigmented formula helps define the look of your lashes, creating a lifted and lengthened appearance. So, Extend Lash. Here is the wand on it, so very nice. So what I'm hearing is that this dupes Kevin Aucoin Kevin Akon. I know I've said the name wrong in the past. His tubing mascara is what this is supposed to dupe. So interesting to see. I don't own that one to test it though. And what I'll do is I'll try to put the retail value on everything, like the cost of each product, and then also the cost of the product it's duping to compare your value savings there. And on the box here, it's like kind of all tattered up. So I don't know what that's for. Maybe it just helps it fit in the grooves better. Might be what it is. Next, we move on to number 2. Again, it's like arched at the top on this one too. So very cute. Here is the box. This is going to be a heart-shaped powder puff. Contour, bake, and sculpt with precision. It's going to probably have to be a really tiny bitty baby one. Now, I don't know if this dupes something else like other powder puffs out there. It might just be their own little powder puff. I'll have to look that up and let you know if I find out if there's an actual dupe this is duping. I wouldn't see for a powder puff unless it's duping like Beauty Blender, that's like the original Beauty Tools brand, you know, or something like that. But it might just be some of their accessories like powder puffs you can get that are MCO Beauty. So that was really cute. I love the little tiny heart-shaped one. And honestly, those are actually kind of handy because you can get into like the tight little spaces with them. And I find that I almost do better with those under the eyes because it's so small under here. So I actually love the little tiny mini ones. I don't use a lot of powder puffs though, very often for me, because powder puffs really bake heavy. They're really mattifying, and with my dry aging skin, like I like a much dewier glow and everything, but they come in handy sometimes. All right, box number 3. This is going to be a hair and brow magic wand. Bye-bye pesky flyaways. Wonderful. So they're duping hair as well. I don't think I realized that. I've always only seen like the makeup. So a flyaway wand. Awesome. I actually need one of these desperately. So I'm not sure what this is duping. It might be duping, oh, there's a couple different flyaway brands. So I'll try to look up what this one dupes too, or if it's just another little extra tool that's just MCO Beauty specific. All right, next we come to number 4. This one looks like it might just be a regular box, not shaped all funny this time. This will be a Miracle Flawless Pressed Powder in Translucent. That's gotta be tiny, itty bitty. So the MCO Beauty Pressed Powder. Oh, and here is what it looks like inside. Teeny, teeny, tiny little baby. Look at that. That is adorable. I don't know how you're gonna really get a feel for this. You're not even gonna be able to fit a brush in there. You're gonna have to use that tiny little powder puff is what you're gonna have to do. Okay, so what does this one dupe? I mean, this one screams to me Charlotte Tilbury, and that's what I figured to start with. I am using her pressed powder as we speak. So that definitely gives the same vibes for real. Now, I don't have the more translucent color. Mine is in medium. This one's more of just like your clear, like translucent, but same product, I think. So I think that's what it is duping. I looked it up to confirm that, and it is. My suspicions were confirmed. So this is definitely one I can probably give you a good review on to see if it holds up to the Charlotte Tilbury, even if it's a little different color. All right, next we have number 5. Looks like this will be a cheek and lip tint in the shade Dusk. So give lips and cheeks a natural pop of buildable color. Okay, I've done these before. I'm thinking that they dupe Glossier, the cloud paints. They look just like them, don't they? So yeah, and I will go ahead and even swatch a little bit. Now the only thing, and I do have a couple of the cloud paints, but I may not have the exact same shade. I do have one that's pretty close to this shade though. Like that deeper shade color. There's your color. Gorgeous. Hold on. Let me see. I'm thinking the black cherry. Let's see if it's a shade match or not. It's close if it's not. Oh, same color. I will be able to test that one out for you too. How awesome. I'm so excited. So, I mean, that is a dead ringer. Same exact shade, isn't it? So Glossier is up here and MCO Beauty is down here. Awesome. I didn't even have to look that up. I just knew, but I will double check and make sure it is. But I mean, come on, that was the exact same match. So it has to be number 6. What do we have in number 6? All right, this is going to be Super Glow Golden Drops, a skincare infused illuminating serum with a soft golden glow for every skin tone. I have a feeling it's going to be Drunk Elephant. That's my guess. We'll see. It has the same, yeah. Oh my God, this is like the spitting image of the Drunk Elephant Glow Drops. The Golden Drops. So they're golden drops, they say. Let me get mine out. So Bright Drops, Drunk Elephant, Golden Drops, MCO Beauty. So yeah, they almost look a little different on the shades though, don't they? We're gonna swatch these two and just see. All right, here is MCO Beauty. It's gorgeous. I love that, by the way. And then, so this may be different shades. Might not be the exact same shade. No. Same shade, y'all. That's Drunk Elephant. That's MCO Beauty. Look at there. The MCO Beauty looks like it's flourishing a little bit more. It's just the applicator, I guess. So yes, I will bring you a review on that too. We'll see how they perform next to each other. Pretty awesome. I didn't have to look that one up either. I just knew. All right, number 7. This will be a Magic Blender sponge. So another little beauty sponge. So I'm wondering, is it duping like Beauty Blender maybe? I'll have to look that up too. I'm not completely sure. Or if their little tools are just something that they use and have on hand anyway. Now it looks like it's got a few little wrinkles in this one. See, a little beat up, but it is a cute little thing, little tiny one. So that'll be adorable. All right, we have number 8. So this says it'll be the Miracle Flawless Setting Spray. That sounds an awful lot like Airbrush Flawless. Charlotte Tilbury, perhaps. We'll see. Oh yeah, definitely Charlotte Tilbury. It screams the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, which I don't think I have any on hand right now, but I've definitely done this one. I will probably end up with it in a box soon, so I could probably do a comparison also. But I do know the setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury very well. It's one of my favorites, so I think I could probably still give a review on this as a comparison from memory. But yeah, it is interesting because it has the words flawless in it, and Charlotte Tilbury's come after some brands lately for their dupes of her, because a lot of people dupe Charlotte Tilbury, and she's come after them just for having that name Flawless in the name. So I'm kind of surprised she hasn't come after MCO Beauty. I don't think she has, but I could look that up and see. Maybe I just missed it. But she has gone after a lot of small indie brands lately. But I mean, like e.l.f. definitely dupes her all the time, and MCO Beauty clearly, I mean, everybody that's gonna dupe is usually duping her. So interesting. All right, we move on to number 9. This will be the Peptide Lip Treatment in Buttercream. Peptide lip treatment. What would that be? There's a lot of peptide lip treatments out there. So I'm trying to think, who are they duping? Perhaps Polite Society, maybe? Because they have their peptide lip treatment. It's cute, isn't it? Is it clear or is it in a certain color? It looks clear. Buttercream is the shade, and it smells good. It smells like buttercream. Oh no, okay, I looked it up and it's a Summer Fridays dupe. So it's duping a Summer Fridays lip balm. Butter balms, yum. Oh, awesome. I don't think I have this particular one from Summer Friday, so I wouldn't be able to compare that, but sure does smell good. I would definitely be curious to know how well it dupes, like, and performs quality-wise next to Summer Fridays. All right, we have number 10. This will be a grip primer. All right, so probably duping, well, I would say e.l.f., but e.l.f. is a dupe of the Milk Makeup. So this is probably a dupe also of the Milk Makeup Grip Primer, which I honestly like e.l.f.'s better. Yeah, it looks just like the Milk Makeup Grip Primer. And I do have some of this on hand too. I've got a couple of them. So I can do a comparison also. I would love to compare it next to e.l.f.'s too. So yeah, definitely the same thing. I don't even have to look that up. And they even name everything the same thing, don't they? So it's really interesting because when it comes to like copyright type legalities, you can get away with a lot in duping, but if you have the exact same name, the exact same colors, and it does the exact same thing, that's where you start to get into that gray area where you are kind of, you could get sued. So it's been interesting that they haven't really been sued or like in a lot of trouble for how much they dupe exactly like the products. So number 11 is what we're moving on to. Trademark was the word I was looking for, not copyright. Yeah. Okay, Perfect Pout Lip Liner Cheeky Chat. Perfect Pout. That is, what is that? Could be, it sure does look like Charlotte Tilbury also. I think it is. Now hers are usually like Lip Cheat. Are they Perfect Pout though? I'll look that up, but it sure does look like Charlotte Tilbury lip liners, doesn't it? Well, I sure hope it performs like Charlotte Tilbury's because I love her lip liners. There is the color. That is going to be the shade Cheeky Chat, like we said. So kind of a pink color. I mean, you can tell from even the packaging, you know? Okay, so yes, it is duping Charlotte Tilbury. I looked it up. And for a minute there, I thought, could it be Makeup Forever? But I looked it up and it's Charlotte Tilbury. Now, this is her dual-ended one, which I absolutely love. But just a feel for like her packaging. I'm trying to find one of my like Pillow Talk lip liners in here, and I've just got so many lip liners that's buried somewhere. But yeah, you can just see that same packaging. All right, so then we come to our last one, number 12. This will be the Super Glow Bronzing Drops. So I wonder if that's Drunk Elephant again. There's a lot of folks that have bronzing drops, but they're kind of maybe, I think they were the first on the market, and yes, this is definitely Drunk Elephant. Also, which I also own the bronzing drops. Here are the Drunk Elephant ones, and here is the MCO Beauty ones. So, same color? Yep, I think so. Let's find out real quick. I'll be able to do a review on this also. All right, there is, Drunk Elephant. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a fan. Yeah, same color, awesome. I'm not quite as much a fan of the Drunk Elephant bronzing drops compared to some of my other bronzing drops. I feel like it's almost a little too all over the place, like extra dewy and hydrating. It's very messy and hard to contain. This one seemed like it was coming out a lot slower, so it may actually, the MCO Beauty I might like better than the Drunk Elephant, but I'll have to compare them and see. So that will be interesting. All right, that was everything in the 12 Mini Icons limited edition collection. Collectible beauty surprises little advent calendar. It's an advent calendar, y'all. Come on. They may not call it that officially, but it's an advent. So that was absolutely super cute. And I am so excited that now I have access to all of these little products to be able to compare it to the ones I own. So we had at least like 5 or 6 of these that I definitely own the OG to, maybe more than that. So I can definitely do some reviews. So that's going to be fun. I thought it was adorable. I think it was a great way to try a bunch of MCO Beauty without having to spend the full money on like everything. No, you're not getting any full sizes, but I feel like for me, the point of this was for me to be able to sample everything. And I still got a little deal on it. It was only 20 bucks. So for 20 bucks, I think that was fantastic. Really cute. So definitely stay tuned and check out. I want to bring you guys some reviews, and we're going to compare to all of their originals versus the dupe. Make sure you check out my other advents from Target. You know, a couple of different videos. This is kind of the part 3. And make sure you check out all the other advents and holiday sets and all the collectibles. I do a lot of little beauty boxes, beauty sets, beauty faves, these kind of curations, and, you know, do a lot of reviews on those from a lot of different stores and other curations and edits as well, subscription boxes, you name it. Like I have said in other videos, I shop and spend all the money so that you don't have to. So if all of that's your jam and you want more intel on all the good sets, then you'll want to stick around and pop that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys all on the next one. Bye.